Alright guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about the saddle configuration, the parts. Now, I have been sick, so bear with me please if I start coughing. Excuse me, I'm feeling like a cough coming on now. Alright, so we have several parts to this thing, okay? We have your swells on a Western saddle. We have your horn. We have the seat. We have your cantle. So all this is the cantle. We have your front jockeys. We have your back jockeys. And lastly, we have your skirts here. That's on just the body of your saddle. Then we have your fenders. And then we have the stirrups down here. That's all well and good. You know, it's good stuff to have. Now, if you are a member of my team, something I would strongly suggest, and you guys know who you guys are awesome if you are on my team. I cannot say enough good things about you guys. I mean, honestly, superb. Alright, so what I like looking at in a saddle that's going to work for, like what we're doing for doing mounted search and rescue and whatnot, where we're going to be doing some heavy rope, heavy work with ropes and who knows what else. Packing gear. We got a lot of stuff we'll be dealing with, guys. So one thing that I find is going to work the best is a kind of a roping saddle if you can. These are not in-skirt rigging, which I'm thankful for. In-skirt rigging is basically a ring or a slot in the skirts, okay? If something were to happen, your horse bucks, something gets torn, you've got no use of your rigging, okay? It makes it very hard to repair. Pretty much if you have an in-skirt rigging that falls apart, you're going to have to replace the whole skirt too, and that is pretty difficult. So, try and get something like this that is not in-skirt, but it still is attached to the tree, which it all should be attached to the tree. If it's not attached to the tree, you got problems. So, here's my tree right here. Here's the rigging. Now, if this rigging were to come out, all I have to do is take these screws out, maybe undo some stitching, but for the most part, this is all I got to replace, and maybe even reattach my new rig or my old rigging into new leathers. Very, very easy to repair and to replace and fix and all of that good stuff, okay? Same thing with the back rigging. You have in-skirt in slot right here, and that gets ripped out, you'll have to repair the whole skirt. Excuse me, I'm coughing again. So having something back here is wonderful. Now you might not know what the importance of having a breast collar or back cinch on your saddle is. Excuse me. Really sorry about this, guys. Really trying. Breast collar helps keep your saddle from sliding backwards going up hills. Attaches around the front of your horse, which is great. You want that. Now, the back cinch, which attaches right here, helps keep your saddle from sliding forward going down hills, which is great. You want that. Keeps your saddle in the middle of your horse's back. We're going to talk about rigging position a little bit here. Some people have tried to clarify. I've talked with a wonderful saddle maker who's awesome about trying to explain some of this information to me. He said that 7/8 position on rigging tends to fit a lot of horses better. Now horses are being bred and changed, and there's so much going on with the horse industry, it's not even funny. So basically how to tell is you take the center of your ring, which is the lowest point, which is right here, and you try and line it up with your tree on your saddle. So, since this is the center here, overshot my mark, there you go. So here's the center. So if I line the center of my rigging up with where it lines up to, I'm right at my swells. So that would be, if I remember right, in front rigging. So that's where its position is. The position is in front, literally. So if now that low point of my ring is positioned back here, then that is called a 7/8 position. Now, if it's further back than that, then it would be called center rigging. So, that's my knowledge is what it stands as of now. Your back rigging, you want to have the center, again, right underneath your cantle. Now, you can tell this is much closer together than where it should be to be in proper balance alignment, but I'm not too worried about that. It's a saddle, it'll work. So there you go on rigging positions and whatnot there. And if you can, try and get a saddle that has at least a back skirt, okay, or a back jockey, I should say, because that's what it's actually called. Because you can lift this up and, if need be, attach a D-ring right here over a slotted skirt. So you can use that instead. Now, if you have a saddle that does not have a back jockey, you're going to have a little bit more issues on trying to figure out how to fit in your back cinch ring over top of a slotted skirt. But again, that's all preferable stuff. Some people prefer it, some people don't. My perspective is try and get something that will hold up the best and will be the easiest to repair on the run. So hopefully that makes sense. Alright, that's it for now.